quartile deviation. Hello everyone, welcome back to Economics Made Easy. Today we are going to study about quartile deviation, which is another measure of dispersion. What is quartile deviation? Quartile deviation is nothing but the difference between the first quartile and the third quartile and divided by 2. This is also called semi-interquartile range. Now in this diagram, as you can see, in the horizontal axis we have taken the x variable and in the vertical axis we have taken the frequency density in order to get a continuous diagram. That's why we have calculated frequency density. Now as you can see in this diagram, this is the first quartile, this is the second quartile, and this is the third quartile. We have purposely taken a symmetrical distribution so that it would be easier to understand. Now this quartile is actually divides the whole data set into 4 parts, right? This is the 25%, this is the 25%, then the remaining is the 25%, and this is the 25%. Collectively, second quartile divides the whole data set into 50-50%, correct? And so on. So as you can see in this diagram, I have purposely drawn 2 types of distribution. The first distribution, which is this is the first distribution and this is the second distribution. In the first distribution, as you can see, the distribution is quite clustered around the central value. But in the second distribution, the distribution is quite dispersed. How do we got to know that? As you can see, the red marked portion is the quartile of the second distribution and the black marked portion are the quartile of the first distribution. Whenever you subtract first distribution, quartile 3 minus quartile 1, then you will get a very lesser value than the Q3 dash minus Q1 dash. And it's quite obvious, if the difference of the value is greater, then after dividing it by 2 you will get the greater value, right? So in this way you will calculate the quartile deviation, and this is how quartile deviation helps you to get the idea of the dispersion of the whole distribution. But as I have mentioned here, that quartile deviation only takes the 25% of the data set. It is not based on each and every value of the distribution. That is why quartile deviation is not quite appropriate. We have read about range, we have read about quartile deviation. So you might be worrying, what is the best measure of distribution? It is standard deviation. Though we are not going to read about it now, you might have read about box plot or whisker plot. In the box plot, this is the lowest value of the data set and this is the highest value of the data set. Okay, this is the highest value. In order to calculate range, you have to subtract this with this, then you will get the range. Am I correct? Then what is this? This is the third quartile, this is the second quartile, and this is the first quartile. Now I have purposely taken this value to be shifted into like this. In the skewness you will read that this is nothing but the negatively skewed distribution. When the box plot, this particular thing lies between the center or within the center, then this distribution will be the symmetrical. And if this shifted towards the leftwards, then the whole distribution will be positively skewed. But as we have read only range and quartile deviation, we will only consider the box plot case, how we can calculate the range and the quartile deviation in case of box and whisker plot. Okay, so as you can see, in case of range you just have to subtract the 2 extreme values, and in case of quartile deviation you have to subtract Q3 minus Q1 divided by 2. I just hope you love my video. Thank you very much for watching. I am signing off now.